I don't need to know those facts. We're here as enforcers.
I should be allowed to enter this building.
But you're not. You're not going to be allowed entry. You've been identified with a group of protesters
that is
that
wrong.
have been disrupted in the past.
Hey, they're telling us ahead of time how we're going to behave.
Identified you as part of a group that has been disruptive in the past. It doesn't have to be you individually that was at that meeting. If you are associated with that group and the staff has identified you as being part of that group and they do not want you to be present at this meeting, they have every right to ask you not to be here. Now they've already, Suli has already asked you to leave. That is your warning, okay? If you attempt to re-enter the meeting, it will be taken to a criminal level of disrupting the peace because it's already been identified by previous
Wait, have we been in the meeting?
Absolutely not.
No, sure.
Well, then why is it?
I'm not, ladies.
No,
I'm not here. This is not.
Because when I walked in, I was over here, and then I came over there, and she looked at me, and she did this.
This is not a question and answer because obviously Raul is of Latino descent.
What I have, sir? Have we been in the meeting yet?
No, you don't need to be in the meeting.
We have not been in the meeting.
Need to be in the meeting.
So we're being kicked out because you're saying we're going to behave a certain way.
You're not being kicked out. You're being denied entry.
We're being denied entry
Correct.
because you claim we are going to be behaving a certain way. That's why we're not being allowed entrance into a public meeting. We're being barred from a public meeting.
I have never.
The organizers of the event have identified a group of individuals.
Could you name the organizers of the event?
I don't need to. It's based on their individual identification of the people involved.
We're trying to enter a public meeting, which was advertised as a public meeting, which we RSVP'd for. We're being barred entrance because we're being told Senator Lara's staff claims we will disrupt the meeting. We have no intentions of disrupting the meeting. Two officers.
Please step over to the grass area or the parking lot, ma'am.
Grass area, parking lot. Grass area or parking lot.
This is America.
Yes,
this is what our officers do to law-abiding Americans seeking to enter a public building.
You're very close to the grass area, very close.
You're only about 40 yards. Let's go. This way. This way.
Ma'am, please. Please.
Don't touch me.
Please.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
All right. You know what?
Don't touch me.
Okay. This way. Let's go.
Come to the motorcycles, please. We'll make sure that you understand that we are very serious.
Don't touch my camera and don't touch me. Don't touch me.
We're going to have a talk. I'm going to put you in touch with my sergeant. She'll be glad to explain it. I'm sure your husband doesn't want you to escalate this any further than it needs to be.
You mean my grandson?
Your grandson. Your grandson's in the hat?
Ma'am, would you step over the bikes?
In the hat?
We'll get you in touch with our security.
I'm talking about the gentleman in the hat. Are you going to please step over here, please? I would hate to take out handcuffs. I really would. You seem like a nice lady.
There's other ways of handling this. Let's go. Please.
This is wrong. It's a public meeting.
Listen,
this is
you're
where
entitled to your opinion, and we're going to let you continue to say your opinion.
Wrong.
But it's from the grass or the parking lot.
Meeting.
As reasonable as possible.
And I RSVP'd for the meeting, and I should be allowed to enter this building.
But you're not. You're not going to be allowed entry. You've been identified with a group of protesters
that
have
wrong.
been disrupted in the past.
Hey,
that is your opinion, and that's where we're going to
Senator Ricardo hasn't been in charge of many protesters in his career.
Are you going to
take
care of her, or and get her to the grass area of the parking lot, or is it going to be something further? The problem is, once we go hands-on, There's no coming back from that. There is no, I'm sorry, there is no, please don't do this. This has no bearing on it at that.
And they told me they put the handcuffs on very tight.
You've been given,
Oh, they did?
no, I did not say that.
Yes, he did. He told me that earlier. He most certainly did say that.
I said handcuffs are not bracelets. They're not for decoration.
He said handcuffs are not bracelets.
Yep.
To an American simply trying to enter a public meeting that I have RSVP'd for.
Again, I'm going to say this one more time. You can say everything you want to say. You can say anything you want to say.
I want to enter the building and attend the meeting.
And I'm telling you, you're not going to be allowed to enter the meeting. So
Why can we not attend
listen,
the meeting?
you're talking to the wrong person, ma'am. Okay, the organizer of the event has identified you and your group.
Which is wrong.
Could you
That's your opinion.
No, it's a fact. We do not disrupt anything.
It's Senator Lara's office. Call Senator Lara's office. Our job here is to not allow admittance to people who have been identified in that disruptive.
Well, they're wrong. They're wrong.
Okay,
We've never
and that's your
disrupted
opinion.
anything. No, it's a fact.
I don't need to know those facts. We're here as enforcers, and all we need is the organizers to tell us who those people are, and that's what we take action on. We've given you the courtesy and the time out here for 40 minutes. Much longer.
We should just allow us to enter the public meeting.
Much less reasonably than Raul and Mark handled it. We spoke with those gentlemen, had no issues whatsoever, and here you are causing a issue over not being allowed admittance.
It's a public meeting.
Yes, you're right. However, the organizers of this event have every right
It's still a public
to bar
meeting.
you from being in this meeting.
They have every right to allow us to attend a public meeting.
Yes, they have every right to allow you.
To unequivocally
Nope.
allow us
Nope.
to enter a
That's your
public
opinion.
meeting.
That's your opinion.
We have done nothing. The Supreme Court would rule in our favor because we have not been in the meeting.
Did you want
We
to
need
tell
the
you so?
public to understand we have not been in the meeting. They're telling us ahead of time how we are going to behave, and they're absolutely wrong.
Oh, Valesky.
Being allowed in under police escort.
25% more than our PhD holders in the state of California that are foreigners. Guess what? It matters. It's our responsibility to advocate for them as well. So what we do is we go to the workplace and we provide workshops for employees, and really as a chamber organization, our commitment is that we're not going to disrupt.
Being used as pawns, political pawns that are being played with. But what they don't see, they have to see beyond the numbers in a fact sheet. They need to see that these communities are human beings. Something that both Republicans and Democrats in California have recognized for years. And this is what the difference is, that in Washington, D.C., they're too busy fighting each other. And in Sacramento, we're actually working together. I'm very proud that Republicans continue to join us in ensuring that we educate our immigrants, that we incorporate them into our community. And this is why you only have a faction of these, rogue folks that are kind of lost in time. The new reality is, and something that Marcelo says so eloquently, is whether you like it or not, California is coming to a community near you. We're gonna look like you, we're gonna look like people in this room, and the younger generations are okay with that. We love the diversity. We love to see people from other ethnicities. It makes us stronger. It makes us better people. And quite frankly, it makes us better human beings because we're able to appreciate our differences. Something that we still see in fringe groups and that we continue just to see as small contingencies. Republicans in California understand that now. They've lost those battles in the early 90s. And so now they understand the importance of working together. That is why every immigration bill that has come out of Sacramento comes with Republican support. And that is in part because of our work that we've done to educate our Republican elected officials. I'm not saying all of them, because we still got our good friends in the Tea Party, but the majority of the Republicans know that this is common sense. They know that economically, if California is going to succeed, and like I said before, if you want your Social Security check, those immigrant kids have to succeed. So they can pay at a larger scale, so they can earn more money so that we can have a retirement. And some Republicans in California understand that. And we're going to continue to do our work. No matter how many people picket me, no matter how many people record me and try to intimidate me, I'm going to take the message to every single Californian that immigrants are a vital part of our economy, and slowly but surely we're continuing to, no matter what party, are continuing to recognize that. And we are setting the trend here in California.
Muchísimas gracias, senador.